I'm Rajesh. I'm the systems architect at bumbl. Imagine a customer walks into a retail store and then the salesman was able to understand what you need, like you're looking for a leather black jacket, and the salesman instantly comes up to you and says and offers you a deal on the leather black jacket and makes a sale instantly. That's something clever, because traditionally what we have is the analytics provides you the trends, what the customers are looking at, customers, but not a consumer. But whereas in bumbl, the retailer will have the power to know what an individual consumer wants in terms of products and what he's looking at, and that's how you make the transaction, out of the sale. So yeah, that's the clever part of the bumbl, whereas others have failed so far. Because imagine if the retailer knows what the consumer wants, and that way he can stock up the inventory, and that way he can make more transactions or more sales out of the products what he's got at store. There's no point in keeping all the products at store and then just making a transaction out of one particular product. So if you know those insights, if the retailer knows the insights of what the consumer is looking at, and that way he can be better prepared with his inventory in terms of inventory as well as in terms of business. So that's where the retailer really needs to have bumbl, and that way you can actually make a lot of transactions out of it or sales out of it. The technology part of it excites a lot, because traditionally because my background is into systems, enterprise systems, where it's almost all the same. You have a big enterprise system and then you maintain it, you add more softwares to it, and then you add more data into it. But whereas this one, for the bumbl, you work on various platforms. Like you work on the iOS apps, you work on the cloud platform, you work on the IoT technology. So there's multiple technologies and multiple opportunities for you to learn in the first place. And learning is something which I really believe in. And bumbl is one which gives me a lot of opportunity to learn new technologies and deploy them as well. So you get a hands-on experience on new technologies, cutting-edge technologies. So yeah, technology is the one that excites me a lot. Yeah, the setup is simple actually. It's just a plug-and-play device. So bumbl provides them a device kit. All the retailer has to do is set these devices in such a way that it's not visible to the consumers, but at the same time it could transmit the signals to the consumer apps, consumer mobiles, and that's it. We have set up a retailer app where they can use this app and set up the devices completely. They can sync all the devices. Once the devices are synced and connected to the bumbl server at the back end, they're ready to go. So all it takes, if the retailer is not really a tech savvy one, might take probably 20 minutes, but if he's really good at apps and understanding those things, just take probably 5 to 10 minutes for him to set up, and then he should be up and running within no time. Yeah.